Hello, good night. I am Victories Campbell, Miss World Jamaica Invo 2018. My social work is focused only on energetic action will put an end to discrimination and sexual violence against women in Jamaica. According to Amnesty International's findings, the widespread discrimination against women in Jamaica makes them targets of sexual violence and exposes them to serious health risks, including sexually transmitted diseases such as HIV/AIDS. Amnesty International has also found that girls are special victims of sexual violence and that the Jamaican government has consistently evaded its duty to deal with this issue effectively. According to a study published by UNICEF, in 2004 alone, 70% of all reported sexual assaults occurred against girls. Discrimination against women and girls is so entrenched in Jamaican society that many people and government authorities in the country do not see it as a problem, even though it kills hundreds of women every year. Jamaican women often do not feel safe. They know that, at home, on the street and even at school, they risk being beaten, raped or even killed. Women also face discrimination and strong barriers when they decide to report sexual violence. Jamaica's Sexual Assault Investigation Unit estimates that only 25% of sexual violence is reported. In this case, Maria Alejandra Cisneros, a 24-year-old Jamaican woman, struggled for her life during her 5-year marriage. Her husband beat her, and not according to this, she stuck cigarette butts in her skin. She tortured her today. This beautiful girl remembers the ugly marks that past leaves him.
For 6 months I did not tell anyone, and then I told my parents. I asked them not to do anything. I insisted on it. I did not want anyone to know. Because even at my age I knew they would say it was my fault, and I thought that no one would believe me. I blamed myself and considered me silly and very naive, says Mary, not her real name, raped at 13 years of age.
Women have good reasons to think that they will not believe them. They see it around them, in their societies and communities. The juries, the police, the families, and sometimes the women themselves, believe that they are partly responsible for the aggressions they have suffered. Bringing cases of sexual violence to court is extremely difficult. One problem is that witnesses or victims often suffer threats, and even death. Enid Gordon was 15 years old when she was raped by 2 men. She and her family filed a complaint against the 2 individuals, who were arrested, charged and released on bail. On October 12, 2005, a week before the date when she was to testify in court against the 2 men, Enid was found dead in the same place where she had been raped a year earlier. She had been strangled with the tie of her school uniform. The results of the investigation are still unknown. Amnesty International also calls for legislative reforms, especially in the Offenses Against Persons Act, the Sexual Harassment Bill and the Incest Punishment Act, to improve investigative techniques and to provide training in gender issues for the police and judicial officials who handle cases of sexual violence against women. Jamaican society is paying as a whole the price of discrimination against women and girls, paying a high price when their mothers, sisters and friends are injured, when diseases such as HIV/AIDS are spread, and when poverty increases. Ending violence against women in Jamaica is neither a task nor impossible nor expensive. It only requires determination and respect for the human rights of women.